Welcome to the video replay for Double Up Trivia for July 26th, 2020. While this video just contains the questions and answers, the live event, which streams Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/yearofglad, features live scoring and competition among teams. Rounds 1 and 2 each have 8 questions. During the actual live trivia event, teams will complete answer sheets and submit them at the end of each round. The value of each question is determined once all the answers are submitted, and is based on the difficulty as determined by the number of correct answers for each question. Also, teams get to double the value of one question per round. For the video replay, I'll read the question and then pause for a few seconds. If you want more time to think about the question and answer, simply pause the video playback. Each question will be followed by its answer. In the live event, teams would see all 8 questions prior to submitting their answers. Here is round 1. Question number 1. What 2 actors appeared in 1987's Predator and went on to be governors of U.S. states? And the answers are Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura. Sonny Landham also appeared in Predator, and he ran unsuccessfully for governor of Kentucky. Round 1, question 2. The name of the stamp shown at right contains what female name, which, in this case, refers to the model of airplane shown? And the answer is Jenny. That is an inverted Jenny postage stamp, and in November 2018, one sold for $1.59 million. Round 1, question number 3. In George du Maurier's 1895 novel Trilby, the character of Trilby is hypnotized, seduced, and exploited by a musician. What is the musician's name? A name which is now used to describe a person who dominates someone else, usually with selfish motives. And the answer is Svengali. Modern-day examples of Svengalis include Jim Jones and David Koresh. Round 1, question number 4. Prior to Dick Fosbury's gold medal at the 1968 Summer Olympics, common styles used by participants in what specific event included the straddle technique, western roll, and eastern cutoff? And the answer is the high jump. The evolution of the Fosbury flop coincided with the introduction of foam padding in the landing pit. Round 1, question number 5. Ernest Hemingway is often, and probably incorrectly, attributed as the author of the 6-word story that follows, from which 2 words have been omitted. For sale, blank, blank, never worn. What 2 words have been omitted from the story? And the answer is baby shoes. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. It's unlikely that Hemingway actually wrote that. There are similar ideas that appeared as early as 1910. Round 1, question number 6. A story arc about what fictional housewife with the maiden name Wanker was rewritten as a dream sequence when the actress miscarried in real life? And the answer is Peg Bundy. The dream sequence was briefly mentioned at the end of one episode of Married with Children. Round 1, question number 7. The origin of what word was probably a 1618 incident in which Vilém Slavata, Jaroslav Borita, and Philip Fabricius were attacked and survived a 70-foot fall? And the word is defenestration. The 1618 defenestration of Prague was actually the 3rd one, the previous 2 occurring in 1419 and 1483. And the last question for round 1 this week, the film October Sky, which tells the story of a group of teenagers inspired by the launch of Sputnik 1, is based on a memoir with what original title that is an anagram of October Sky? And that title is Rocket Boys, and the book was republished with the title October Sky after the film release. That brings us to the Order Up round. In the Order Up round, teams are given 6 items, and they have to put them in order, and their scores are based on how well they put them in order relative to one another. Each pair of items is looked at and scored to see if it's correct. This week's Order Up question: put the Shakespeare characters in order based on the number of lines they have, from least to greatest. In the correct order from least to greatest, the number of lines that each character has is in parentheses, is Romeo, Macbeth, Othello, Iago, Hamlet, and Richard III. That brings us to round number 2, which works exactly like round 1, with scoring based on the question's actual difficulties, and with each team having the ability to double the value of one question. Round 2, question 1. What biological process, observed in plants, animals, fungi, and even bacteria, is guided by cues called Zeitgebers? And the answer is circadian rhythm. In humans, a typical circadian rhythm is slightly less than 24 hours. Round 2, question number 2. The concert industry magazine Pollstar renamed their award for Best Small Outdoor Venue after what Colorado amphitheater, which won the award 11 times? That venue is Red Rocks. The earliest documented performance there was in 1906. Round 2, question number 3. What famed New Orleans restaurant, established in 1893, is named after its founder, who shares his surname with a military rank? The answer is Commander's Palace. The restaurant, originally a saloon, was established by Emile Commander and is one of the oldest continuously operating restaurants in the United States. Round 2, question number 4. The mayor of what Asian city, embroiled in allegations of sexual harassment, was found dead on July 9th, 2020, in Wooded Hills, north of the city? And that city is Seoul, South Korea. The mayor had a complaint alleging sexual harassment filed against him one day before his disappearance. Round 2, question number 5 this week is: what car company's name consists, entirely coincidentally, of 2 words found in the NATO phonetic alphabet? The answer is Alfa Romeo. The official NATO alphabet uses the word alpha spelled with the letter F rather than alpha spelled with a PH, because many languages do not associate the F sound with the letters PH. Round 2, question number 6. What woman who co-wrote How to Dress for Success was nominated for 35 Academy Awards and won 8, more than any other woman? And that woman was costume designer Edith Head. And the fictional costume designer Edna Mode from the Incredibles films has an appearance and voice that is most likely modeled after Edith Head. Round 2, question number 7. What candies, usually wrapped in green foil, bear a name based on that of their creator, Andrew Canellos? Those candies are Andes Chocolate Mints, which used to be called Andes Candies, but Canellos changed it because his male customers didn't like giving gifts with another man's name to their wives and girlfriends. And the last question for round 2 this week: what novel, selected to receive the Pulitzer Prize in 1974, caused the award to not be given at all, since the prize's advisory board deemed it, quote, unreadable, turgid, overwritten, and in parts obscene? That novel is Thomas Pynchon's Gravity's Rainbow. It takes place near the end of World War II, and the locations of V2 missile strikes appear to be predicted by the locations of the protagonist's sexual encounters. That brings us to round 3. For round 3, the teams are given a category with approximately 10 answers. Each team submits exactly 5 answers. Those answers are scored based on how common or rare they are. The rarer the answer, based on the actual responses from all the teams, the more points the answer is worth. This week's final question. There are 10 UN member states whose names, per the United Nations, begin with the letter T. What are 5 of the 10 member states? Those 10 member states are Timor-Leste, Turkey, Tuvalu, Tajikistan, Togo, Thailand, Tunisia, Tonga, Trinidad and Tobago, and Turkmenistan. Thanks for watching this replay of Double Up Trivia. Future replays will be posted on this channel, but please come join the actual live event, streaming every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/yearofglad. There's no cost to play and no prizes. Just show up, see what you know, and maybe learn something new. Thanks for watching.